Winners are picked from our comments section, but they will only be notified of their win in our videos, meaning when you're watching a video, if you won, it'll be mentioned in there, whoever the winners are, as they do win. So you must subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when new videos come out. This means you also need to type a comment, and we would love it if you'd participate. So thank you for watching.
USTD Tether and Tron TRX make good bedfellows because it's already happened. The confidence is already there. Tether was already fined a huge amount of money by the New York Attorney General, and that's going to keep coming up over and over and over again, back into the news, back into the media. But the truth of the matter is that the ship has already sailed, so there's no cause for alarm any longer. And because USTD is providing that value based against the US dollar, because the US dollar, really like it or not, is to cryptocurrency what gold is to the markets and to currencies before cryptocurrencies actually existed. If that makes sense to you, hit the like button. I'm going to get into some good stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and comment down below as well. It helps us out with the algorithm. So I'm going to start with what already happened in the past. Tether and Bitfinex have reached a settlement with the New York Attorney General. After 2.5 years and 2.5 million pages of info shared, we admit to no wrongdoing and we will pay $18.5 million to resolve this matter. Now look, folks, oftentimes when industries are new, attorney generals, the laws, the powers that be have to make sure that everybody is safe. Now, a lot of the time, there'll be some extra looking, and maybe there's something was done wrong, maybe something was not done wrong. We really do not know for sure just by simply reading an article where two parties have agreed, one to dish out a fine, the receiver to pay a fine, and to admit that there is no wrongdoing, and have the receiver of the fine say that's okay, we do accept for you to say that you did have, that there was no wrongdoing basically, and they did not force them to say yes there was wrongdoing and pay the fine. So that is also a good sign on the surface. So what am I getting at? A lot of the alarmist things that can occur along this type of road have already been swept under the carpet, and now that TRX has Tether doing what it's doing and taking away, or as I like to say, eating a decent portion of Ether's lunch, you can see more investment flow in and flow through, because the Sharpies are going to know that this is a sign that everything is status quo and everything is okay. So I want to talk a little bit about Tether. This is a great article, valuethemarkets.com. Could Tether's USDT stablecoin take Bitcoin's crown? And it's a very well-written, concise article which will tell you a bit about Tether and give you a deeper understanding. If you know Tether inside and out and backwards and what this all means, then I guess you don't need to watch anymore. If you want to learn more and feel that you could know more, then you should be watching more. There, I'm going to stop using the word more. So, Tether, also known as USDT, is what's known as a stablecoin. It's a place where you can save your funds in cryptocurrency as opposed to fiat currency. The appeal lies in giving your portfolio diversification into the tempting world of cryptocurrency while avoiding the volatility of cryptos such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. But it's also used to cheaply and quickly trade cryptocurrencies. Remember, they're attached now to Tron. It's a huge deal, guys. What is Tether? Tether was conceived in 2014, and its value is directly linked to the US dollar. For this reason, it offers more stability than volatile coins like Bitcoin. You know, when things work out well, they're usually planned many steps in advance, dozens and hundreds that all sync up like a well-oiled machine that put together a puzzle. And most people, one of the reasons that people have a hard time, they fail when they think they have a great idea, regardless of what that idea is, they can't execute upon the idea. They don't know how to put in place the stepping stones that will lead them to their promised land. These stones were laid back in 2014. Everyone knows that when you're in a new industry, as I said before, there are going to be naysayers. There are going to be second, third, 20th, and 30th looks. And it's good to get over those hurdles in the initial building stages, like the AG coming and clobbering you and taking a look and clobbering you for some funds, than having them do that down the road. It also sets a bit of a precedent, and it tells you where you stand, and it shows you which way the wind is most likely to blow. So instead of being further along in the building stage at gaining momentum and getting knocked down, this happened in the beginning, which helped to pave the way for what's happening right now. And that's, you're seeing Tron, as of this moment, start to take off even further past the 15 and 16 cent mark. And we could very well end up by next week seeing 20 cents, which is just incredible in a few weeks what's happened. So this is meant to keep the price stabilized at $1. Back in 2014, the supply was under $1 million. It surpassed this in 2016, and by 2018 had reached 1.4 billion. Today, USDT has a whopping 44.5 billion market cap. You know, when we talk about these steps, you have to have vision and you have to have guts. And you, as an investor, and again, this is not investment advice, this is all just my opinion. So don't listen to me, do your own due diligence. But as someone who is evaluating and looking at the markets, you have to have the foresight, and you need to be able to see and understand not just what's happening at this moment, but what's going to happen dozens of moments and hundreds and thousands of moments later. Moments meaning seconds. The hours add up quickly, so do the days, the months, and the years. And if you can only see a month ahead of time or a week ahead of time, you need to get as much information as you can before you go deep in a particular direction, because you do need to make sure that you're as educated as possible on a topic if you're taking a stance which is going to be fueled by your belief in this particular case, holding a particular cryptocurrency. And it works with the same with everything, a venture, a stock, so forth. Anyhow, not going to go through the whole article, by the way. So again, it's valuethemarkets.com, and you can go and look it up. I'll just go through it a little bit more. I just wanted to get my point across of what I was been trying to say to you in the past 8 minutes or so, which I basically, in a sentence, if I was going to cover it, the floor plan has been laid. The writing is already on the wall. Tether already got fined. They got a slap on the wrist. The AG seems to think everything looks pretty okay, which means that other states or any scenarios that should arise, chances are, because there's been some, I don't know if jurisprudence is the right word, but basically there's some history that's been set in motion which shows what is likely to happen, and that this seems to be okay, and that things are progressing as they should be, even though it was a new industry that not many knew much about, including the governing bodies that be. The rules are kind of made along, part of them basically, as we go along and see the build out of the safe coins, cryptocurrency, and the whole market on a whole as an industry. So, in the past 24 hours at the time of writing, Tether has generated a volume of 105 billion. That's more than double Bitcoin's volume at 50 billion and 5 times Ethereum's at 20 billion. In fact, as of February 2021, 57% of all Bitcoin trading was carried out in USDT. Think about that. 57% of all Bitcoin trading. And Tron has a good part of its hand in that, because Tether has a good portion of their action working off of Tron infrastructure now. This confirms that USDT is by far the most popular stablecoin in the world. The reasons are stability, liquidity, and cost. Removal of fear. Speaking to Coinbase earlier this year, CTO of Tether and Bitfinex, Paolo Ardoino, because I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, said, "We're not sure that anyone could have foreseen this level of growth, and use cases of Tether at the very beginning were we were very confident that it was a useful token, but we didn't anticipate quite how useful it could be. Now that's pretty honest. When you know when you have something good and you have momentum and you know the market's liking it, that you have a winner, but you can never foresee exactly how big of a winner you have and how huge and monstrous you could think, but you're always likely, just when you think something is terrible, it's not as terrible as you might think, and when you think something's great, it might be not as great or much greater. So faster and cheaper. And it's been my experience, when big money is made, you don't realize how big until you actually get there. You just realize you have something that looks very good. One reason stablecoins are popular is that they offer a faster and cheaper way to move around. To wire money from a bank often takes a minimum of 3 days unless paying huge charges. Stablecoin trading, on the other hand, is instantaneous. That's because it's centralized, whereas cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are decentralized and can take longer to settle. Crypto is traded 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, of course. Unlike traditional financial markets, crypto never sleeps. Now, we'll do just a little bit more. Controversy surrounding Tether. Tether's origins are steeped in controversy, and in the world of crypto, it's taken a while to establish its footing. The point of Tether being pegged to the US dollar is to protect against market uncertainty and offer constant liquidity in the market. But there have been questions regarding how truly pegged to the dollar it actually is. Now you guys can read the rest of the article. It seems here that everything is fine. And you know, in the beginning, when everyone was saying that Tron is so smoke and mirrors, well, in the end, they've positioned themselves very, very strongly. And I believe, in my opinion, a great crypto to own, use, and definitely don't try to momentum. Just hold it, because she's going to a dollar a lot faster than I even thought. And for now, I think we'll see 20 cents, like I said, very, very soon. So hope this finds you healthy, happy, have some fun, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.